Welcome to the Velvet Podcast. In today's episode, we are diving into a topic that can transform your entire fashion business. The act of consultation. If you are sick and you go to the hospital, you book a consultation to meet the doctor. If you require the services of any professional, it's right to have a proper structured consultation. And this is something a lot of brands do not do. Today, you are going to learn how to properly structure a consultation. We are proudly sponsored by Limpa Fabrics. For all your couture fabrics, tailoring fabrics, look no further. It's Limpa Fabrics. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and be sure to click on the bell notification icon. Get notified anytime we upload an episode on this channel. We go for a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We will get talking after the break. Dear designer, are you in search of a one-stop shop for all your couture fabrications? Whether you are crafting stunning wedding gowns or elegant dresses, Limpa Fabrics is your ultimate destination. Limpa Fabrics offer an exquisite selection of luxurious fabrics, from bejeweled embroidered laces to silk organzas, silk mikados, timeless pieces that will bring your designs to life. Visit us in East Legon on the Adringano Road. Contact us on 0256 949 413 or 0559 997 978. Visit us on Instagram at Limpa Fabrics and have a feel of our exquisite fabrics, which will dazzle your mind and bring your designs to reality. Walk into our shop and experience a true couture haven.
Hello Africa, I'm Tan Piyasit Wangpom, founder of Emotion Academy and creative director of Emotion Atelier. I am thrilled to announce that I will be bringing my expertise to Nigeria and Ghana, proudly hosted by Dream College of Creative Art.
With over 32 years of experience in fashion design, specializing in dressmaking, draping, sewing, and pattern making, I'm excited to share my atelier secrets with you. This September 2025, join me for a series of masterclasses on bridal dressmaking, pattern making, and draping.
Dear designer, this is priceless opportunity you can't afford to miss.
Instead of the costly journey to study abroad, thanks to DR.CLEMENT Asemnyra, you now have the chance to learn from me at an affordable rate, right in your home country. Choose your preferred class today, reach out to Dreams, and secure your spot before they fill up.
I'm looking forward to welcoming you in class and embarking on this creative journey together. I'm Tan Piyasit Wangpom, and I will be your instructor. See you soon.
Welcome back from the break. We are talking consultation, and one may ask, what is consultation? Consultation is the first official meeting between a brand and a client, or a creative director and a will-be bride. During this meeting, the designer and the client or the will-be bride get to discuss a lot of things. The bride gets to express themselves, how they want to feel, shows their inspiration, their storytelling process. The designer also gets the opportunity to ask so many questions. They get to discover the lifestyle of the client or the bride, how they want to feel on their big day, what is the occasion, and all that. So as a brand, having a well-structured consultation will enable you get to understand the vision of your client, so that before you start making the garment, you have all details well put together. Reason why consultation is very important. Consultation can take place physically or virtually. We are in a different world today. You don't necessarily have to get your client sitting with you before you can have a consultation. You can have clients who are not even in your country or your local space, but having them virtually can help you also understand what they want. So we can have our consultation physically or virtually. Someone will also ask, is it right? Should clients pay for consultation? Yes. During consultation, we have to value our time. You have a client who have to talk to you. Some are even going to keep you up for an hour, some even 3 hours. Some will keep you up for so long. And it's your time. You are bringing in your talent, your knowledge. You are helping them understand how things have to be. So definitely they have to pay for your time, because when you go to the hospital, you have to pay for consultation before you meet your doctor, for the doctor to ask you what's wrong with you. You have headache, you couldn't sleep well, and all that. If you need the services of a legal person, you need to pay for consultation. So yes, you need to put a fee. If you're a new brand and you don't even have this consultation process and you're now trying to consider that, you can put a little fee, for starters. And also a little trick, you can have the fee pinned up for clients to pay. However, you can let them understand once they pay the consultation fee and the process goes through and they pay the rate for the garment to be designed, you're going to minus the consultation fee out of it. But for fully established brands, the consultation fee is fully exclusive. Once you pay for it, it's typically for that services and there is no refund. It's not going to be debited out of the main payment you are making for the garment to be done. So yes, charge for consultation. Now let's look at preparation before the consultation. Once a client book or pays their consultation fee, it means the fashion house have to fix a date for consultation. If you're a very busy brand where you get a lot of people booking, our advice, you can choose a specific day for consultation. We have a lot of designers who are always busy. So imagine you pick a day for consultation. It means on that day, you just dress up and get to your showroom or your office space where you want to meet your clients, and you can schedule them. You have someone coming in at 9 a.m., somebody coming in at 10 a.m. That way, if you have virtual ones as well, you can equally do them on the set date. But I know in some cases, you have clients who may not be available on the set date, and you can consider other days or other time in order to have their consultation. You have to request for their socials. These socials will help you get to have an idea of their personality. So imagine a client sends you a lot of images or inspiration which shows man-made tapering silhouettes, and you go to their socials and you realize they have a body type which is a triangle turned upside down. And we know with a triangle turned upside down, from their lower part, you have to create sculptures or volumes so that it balances the upper part. So looking at their design at hand, it means you should be able to convince them in order to modify certain areas of the piece so that they can look good, so that you can camouflage their body faults and also accentuate their good parts. So it's very important to have an idea of their socials. Also, we have some clients who are not on social media. So if the client tells you, I'm not on social media, request they send you random pictures on their phones. You want to understand who they are. You want to see how they look. So you need these things before the client arrives. Also in the consultation space, there are certain essentials we need. We need fabric album, an album that contains varieties of fabrics from lasers to satins to tulle, spandex, zibeline, sequins, paillettes, velvets, velveteens. I can go on and on. If you are having consultation and you want to use a specific fabric and you are able to show the client, it makes things very easy. Imagine you are designing a piece and you tell the client you want to use a guipure lace. The client should be able to see the guipure lace. You want to use a velveteen beneath the sequence fabric. Show them, let them see it. If you're going to use an illusion shade, have the shades available so that you can match it to their skin. It makes everything so realistic so that you don't say things in the air and at the end when the piece is designed, they tell you they don't want it. So you need a fabric album. We also need a color palette, a book that shows different colors. Somebody can tell you, I want to use a cobalt blue, or I need a beige, a champagne color. In their mind, the shade of the champagne may be different from what you, the designer, know should be a champagne. So showing them the color palette, having them to confirm that this is the color will save you a lot of drama. We equally need a fully fitted mirror in the space so that when you are taking full measurements, they can view themselves, understand what is happening. We need a chart that shows different shapes of the body. If you're having conversations about body types, you can let them understand, okay, you're an hourglass and there's an hourglass. Your top is fuller, your lower part is fuller, and you have a defined waist. Let them see. The idea of having all these things in place is to make your consultation as realistic as possible. We equally need a recording device. It's very important to record the entire consultation process. Recording the session can make it easy for you to just play back or go back to listen to what the client said if you're unsure of something. I also advise you can have an assistant to be taking note of some bits. You equally need your sketchbook or your iPad to be drawing or putting certain bits together during the consultation. After you have all these details in place, we are moving to the most important thing, your policy or your contract. It's very important to share your contract with your client. The client should know everything about your brand, what's expected of you as the brand, what's expected of them as a client. And this contract is very important because it protects you, the designer, it protects the client, and it protects the company. The client have to understand everything that is involved in they having their dress being designed by you. You can share it with them for them to read through if they have questions. Please be sure to answer them. Some will go through your contract and come back and tell you, I'm not interested in the consultation process. Yes, it's possible. All you have to do is to refine their monies to them. If the client is okay with all details penned in the document, it means we are good to go and we are scheduled for our consultation. Now, what should the whole consultation process look like? On the day of the consultation, you need a space to welcome your guests. It is a physical consultation. I always tell designers, you don't have to wait till you have that beautiful mansion, that house before you do things right. In your own small ways, just create gold out of the little you have. If you're even working from home and you have a cool space, just create a small space somewhere. Just get some cool furniture and a table where you can welcome your guest, right? So the client is coming in based on a time given. A day to the consultation or 2 days to the day to the consultation is important for you to send reminders to the client. So you have to let the client know that in the next 2 days, we have a scheduled consultation at 10 a.m. A day to the consultation, please remind the client. A lot is happening with a lot of us, and sometimes things do escape us. On the day of consultation, it's a warm welcome. You get to meet the client. And I mentioned earlier, you have to dress up because you are the brand. You are meeting a client. Sometimes they admire your work. They've seen what you do from afar, and it's a day for them to meet you. Make sure you look the part. Dress up to inspire your clients. So it's a warm welcome. You get to meet them. You're going to walk them through the expectations. You know the big day. You know the date. You're going to ask your questions, how they want to feel. You get to talk through the inspiration. Already, you've seen their personality. So if you have any questions, you have your questions penned down, and you get to now, you should be able to convince them. This is where we need a bit of fashion psychology. I always tell my students, as a designer, if you haven't crossed the bridge of being able to influence or inspire your clients, you are not a designer. I know we have some clients that are very difficult, but as a designer, if you haven't crossed the bridge to be able to inspire and also influence your clients, I tell my students, you are not a fashion designer. And clients can only trust you if they see you very confident, if they see you very knowledgeable, if they see you so inspiring. Imagine a client coming to you and there is an inspiration photo, a fabric they love so much, and they're asking you, what fabric is this? And you can't even mention the name. That is even low. It makes them know that you don't even know. So we have to make sure we are schooling ourselves enough, and we should be able to tell them what they need to know. Bringing the body sizes or the body shapes in play here. Like I said, you have a client who is a triangle turned upside down, and they want to wear a silhouette which is so tapering to their body, you should be able to let them understand why there is a need of creating volume at some part of the dresses so that it camouflages those areas for it to blend with their upper part, just for them to look good. In fashion, it's all about illusion. We are just creating what is not existing just to make it look beautiful. And that is the power we have as designers. There is no terrible body. We have the ability to make everybody great out there so that when they walk out, people will ask, who made your dress? Once those questions are coming, it means the brand or the designer behind that look is amazing. So during the consultation, we get to inspire and also walk our clients through the expectation and the design at hand. And we are going to take notes. Please note that it's very wrong for you to recreate the exact concept they are bringing to you. I know this conversation is dicey, and we are going to dive into that in another episode. There should be some changes. If a client brings another brand's work to you, you should be able to change something about it so that you can own it. Put a spin to the design. Put a change to the design. It's not the same design. It's not the same fabric, not the same silhouette. That wouldn't be right for your brand. So make sure you are changing something on the garment and making sure you are providing a sketch for the client. Because if you make changes to a piece, you have to let the client see a picture of it or an image of it so that they know that this is exactly what you are designing for them. Also, before you release a sketch to the client, it's very important you let the client pay a sketch release fee. After consultation, you may give the idea or whatever you both have created together. You may release a sketch to them and they may not proceed in making you design the piece. If this happens, you are at the losing part. So you have to let them pay for a sketch release fee. Once they go ahead to let you make the piece by payment, you can minus the sketch release fee from the money paid. If they don't come back for you to design or construct the garment, they have paid for the concept of the discussion both of you have created together. Now we have some companies that are overwhelmed with bookings. Yes, I consult with a lot of brands and I know how it feels when you're overwhelmed with bookings. Not everyone is your client. Sometimes you have the power to choose individuals you want to work with, and I feel that's the level every good brand or every brand has to get to. Your ability to choose. For starters, you may want to work with everyone because, we need the money, so everyone coming in, your doors are open to accommodate them. But with time, if you're overwhelmed with bookings, there should be a screening process. So this part is for brands that are overwhelmed with bookings and you just want to be sure the people you want to work with are just of your standard. Then there should be a screening process. How should you go about the screening process? For the screening process, you can use our website, you can create questionnaire links. You can use Google Documents also to create certain appropriate questions to enable you gather necessary data from your clients. Let's look at some of the questions you can pin in the process. They should give you their full names, their social handles. You equally need their dates, their proposed dates for their big day. You want them to tell you a bit about themselves. You equally need to know where they require or they want to have their weddings. The type of wedding, is it a garden wedding, a ranch wedding, a hacienda one, a church wedding by the beach? You need to have an idea of all this. You equally have to request they attach their inspiration, how they want to look. Images, whatever inspire them, colors. You literally need all this bit. Trust me, if a client is able to provide you with all these details, it means they know what they want. Imagine you send a link to a client who is unable to fill this, because if they're unable to fill it, they can't submit. And if they're unable to submit, it means they don't have access to you. So it means you save yourself all the headaches of those clients who are coming to you to ask you, do you have this? Send me this picture, do this wahala, because your brand is golden and you want to really work with people who know what they want and understand the vision of what you can do for them. And this is very important. This is the vision for every brand. If you are now growing, this is where you seek to what? Get to, at a stage where you can sieve your clients. For starters, you welcome everyone, but you also have to be very strategic to ask certain questions despite you are open to everyone so that you don't have wahala. As we have discovered today, having a properly structured consultation can save you a lot of headaches. Dear designer, make sure you have a properly structured consultation in order to keep your brand up there, protect yourself, protect the business, and protect the client. I'm sure you've picked a thing or two from this episode. I will see you in the next episode, but be sure to subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Share the link of this video to your fashion communities. Get everyone to watch this top-notch podcast, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.